Hey guys, I'm over here in the laundry room on the main floor. Just put my first piece of insulation up there in this area. Gonna start closing some of this in a little bit. We still have speaker wires to run for some in-ceiling speakers we're gonna run through parts of the house. Not over here though, so I have to make sure I mark out where all those are gonna go and get my wires run for those before I insulate those areas. But I'll let you go. It's kind of hard to breathe with this thing on. Probably hard to hear what I'm saying too. So I'll set you up and I'll get busy. We're going with 12 and 6, so I have 18 inches of fiberglass for most of the roof, ceiling, whatever you want to call it. Ceiling pretty much done in this laundry room here. See, I didn't put insulation where you can see the OSB up here behind me up here, because that's floor for the loft area. But over on the sides, that's the wings that go right on up to the roof, the uninsulated roof. So I'm doing those to capture the heat down here in the flat roof or flat ceiling section of the house, not over in the vaulted ceiling area. That there is done except for that one piece there, and I've got so much stuff in the way in some of these other rooms that work. I've got like I said, here's the laundry room, as you can see from the hookups on the side here and everything. That ceiling's done over there. One little piece along the edge is not done yet. This one here I got done to where it actually goes through underneath to the next room over. That's the master closet over there, which has a whole bunch of parts for a big old log bed, bunch of bundles of insulation, stuff like that. And the cat room over here, well, it's actually the spare bathroom, but cats are staying in there right now. That is one of the rooms I'm going to be working on. And then the mud room over here, and the closet in the mud room. I gotta work on that, but I've decided, since there's so much crap over here, I'm going to get a couple of these bundles of insulation out of my way by working over here in the spare bedroom, or what we call Roxy's room, which is my sister down in Nashville. It is no longer with us, but when we first started the house she was, and we planned on her staying here when she came up. So So I'm going to work on some right up there, fill in a little bit of that, and move on from there. Slow but sure, guys, we're making headway. Trying to keep a little more of the heat down in here. We do have the gas-fired boiler going, heating the basement floor, so we can work down there comfortably, and there's no sense in trying to heat that and let it cool, heat it and let it cool. You just let it go from now till springtime, basically. And it'll make it a little more comfortable for working down there, but we hate to just let dollars just float up out the roof too, so we're trying to capture as much of it as we can. This is going to help. All right for night. This stuff up a little bit. Sure don't look like 12 inch thick when it just comes out of the package, but it is, and it expands as it sets there. I'd come over here and grab another one of those styrofoam tunnels to put up there before I put that next bay of insulation in. Okay. No bullets coming out. When it's out of staples, it won't fire, so got a jam up or something. Did not. Nope. sometimes when it won't fire, I'll just pull the clip open and close it again, and that works. It'd be nice if Milwaukee would hear about my video and say, hey, let us send you a new one or something like that. I shouldn't be having any problems yet. It's not like I do this industrially or anything. It's done for my own house build. The other thing, as soon as it starts getting low on staples, when it gets down to the point where I only have 10 or 12 left, it doesn't want to fire. I have real good luck with the rest of my Milwaukee tools, but haven't had such good luck with this stapler. Okay. Just got to put more staples in there. Must not be enough in there for a fire. Good morning. Well, back up here on the main floor and work on some more insulating this morning. I gotta admit, I sat downstairs and had an extra cup of coffee, thinking about it before coming up here. Let it warm up a little bit more before stepping up here. Thermometer on, we're about 45.5 degrees up here right now. It was colder than that earlier, I'm sure, because there's a lot of frost on the windshields of the vehicles this morning. And yeah, so it's gonna be a chilly one up here, but the more insulating I get done, the better it'll be. It'll help that gas-fired boiler that heats that basement floor to not have to work quite so hard. We keep it set at 67 down there, so it's decent working down there, but up here it's still pretty chilly working. I mean, you can see I'm pretty well dressed for it. I've got a short sleeve t-shirt, a long sleeved camouflage shirt under it, and then a fairly heavy Carhartt hoodie, and my insulated denim shirt over that. So yeah, didn't throw my long johns on the bottom half this morning. That's I'm all right there. I just going up and down ladders and everything gets kind of confining if you're too bundled up. So but we're good. We're ready to start down here. We got this one room here where the cat stuff. Judy got that all cleaned out and moved over to the other room over there, the laundry room. She moved them into this room because I got the ceiling done up there, except for a little bit along that edge, which is going to get covered up when I finish up this room here. Now, I'm not doing where that OSB there is. I'm doing where the open area is, just to keep the heat from escaping upward. The OSB floor is actually the floor to the loft area, so we want that to be kind of equalized in temperature when the house is all done and we're living in here. So we're leaving that floor uninsulated. Wow, I think that insulation is working. Oh, wow. On that ladder. Too many layers on. Time to peel a little bit. I already got insulation on this and this anyway from yesterday and the day before. There's no sense in washing. Just wear the same clothes while I'm doing this. Throw any clothes I've been insulating with in the same pile. Wash them all together. Don't want to wash them with my t-shirts and underwear, you know. Oh. Get my microphone back on for you guys. Hey guys, boy, feels good to be able to breathe again. I was off camera for a while working on more of this insulation overhead. That's the master bedroom behind me. Standing here in the doorway of the master bedroom and between the master bedroom and master bathroom. I got getting done down here in the master closet. Master closet's it's almost 10 foot by 15 or 16 feet. But I got to put more can lights up here. There's one can light there. There's going to be one directly across from it over here. And then in the middle of the room, there's going to be one here. And towards that room, there's going to be one there and there. That's good. I'll get these two areas here after I get the can lights in there. But I knew you guys wouldn't want to be in there watching me cut, staple, measure, cut, staple insulation for a whole darn video. So I just went off camera and did a bunch of it. Feels so good to get that mask off. Man, it's hard to breathe with you have that thing on for very long. Got one opening up above me. I got to get that one yet, but I got stuff down here, a bed for one of the other bedrooms. They say it's better to store them flat, so we leave it flat with plastic and stuff over it. Got to get that stuff out of the way, some of these bundles of insulation, and I can get that hole taken care of. Been working over here above the window seat, which there is no window seat yet. There's going to be a real nice window seat there eventually this is part of the master bedroom. So I'll have a couple of really cool lights here and here, a couple outlets down here in case you want to charge your cell phone while you're sitting there, or if you're reading something on a tablet. Just a nice place to sit, look out into the woods. When I open up a bundle of insulation, the first thing I do is separate them. That's why you see them laying around like this. I separate them so they can fluff up, because when you first pull them out, they are really compact. This is 12.5-inch thick stuff, and when you pull it out of there, it's probably only about 3 or 4 inches thick. It has to lay there and fluff for a while. So I guess I'll get back up here. I'm going to finish up this area here. Now, what I am going to do later, but not just yet because I've got some mechanical work to do up there. I got to run a kitchen exhaust hood out that dormer end there, and probably a fresh air intake is going to be hooked through that dormer also for makeup air for the whole house. But on top of this 12-inch insulation, I'm putting 6 inches. You can kind of see it over here. That bay right there has a 12 and a 6. It's 12.5 and then 6.5. So basically 19 inches of fiberglass through everywhere where I can fit it. Right at the very top of the walls, I can't fit a full 18, but the walls are insulated very, very good. So we get that 18 inches of fiberglass up there. This place, for as big as it is, should heat very reasonable. So now that I gave you the grand tour of what I've been doing today, hope you enjoy the rest of the video. And if you do, please smash that thumbs up right now before the video is over. And if you're not subscribed, if you enjoy this type of stuff, please consider subscribing and tell some friends about our channel. Well, guys, change of plans. Judy came up here and she's got a little bit of outside work she needs help with, so I'm going to stop insulating. We're going to go outside and find some patios. We got some patio stones on pallets down on the tree line that we pulled up from a previous use on a different piece of property, well, back when we lived on Pine Lake. And so we got to get those work down here in we call it a courtyard, the part of the dog fence area. So I'll let you guys go for now, and we'll get down there and get started doing something outdoors.